I really did not want to do this today. You know, I had some lovely days of exploring, as you do. I did some trading. I did some mining, and I was going to go and take this thing to that Daiv doctor person, but no, I don't get to do this because there are men outside. And they are goddamn annoying. And I wish them to go away. Get away. I said, get away. Get the hell away from me. Come on. Get over here. Get over here, both of you. You're cowards. Of course you'd be cowards. This is the most annoying thing. This is the most annoying goddamn thing. Come on. Come here. Get your stupid grey arse over here so I can kill you. Are you doing this on purpose? Are you in the water on purpose? God damn. Are you this is discrimination against Leviatans. There we go. God damn. Are you done? Was this everyone? It better goddamn have been. Now, goddamn, now I have a... Well, this is here now. An ominous banner. Great, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? This is annoying. Who even needs this? There, where is this? This one here. How the hell do these grow so fast? Well, okay. There we go. I at least have this, which definitely helped. Though unfortunately, does not help against the rain. I spent so much time inside. You lay eggs at a frankly concerning rate. Come on, give me more food. At this point, I could start using these as weapons. Maybe I should have used these against those strange grey men. There. Was that all? Yes. No. How can a creature lay this many eggs in like 5 seconds? There. There. Too many eggs. Let me out. Shut up. Right, that gives us a little more meat, which is good. I do have a lot of vegetables, but I mostly use them for trade. Not really for eating as much. I found this, or well, I didn't find it. I killed something for it. But I have it. It exists in my possession now. I'd really like to know how I can get rid of this weird effect thing. Right, the inconsiderate men are done with. There, all my things. And that means I can try and take these to the doctor guy. Started. Goddamn. I've always been one to talk to myself, but it's really gotten bad. There. Comparatively bad anyway. The woods have ice here, which is strange. Unfortunately, I have not found any of the natives to trade with these. Which is unfortunate because they grow the fastest. But they make for decent fertilizer at least. I guess being a farmer's child is not completely useless. I've retained a few things. There we go, okay. Which ones am I gonna use these on? Lots of the villagers like to trade for these, but unfortunately they grow quite slow. Looks like the good doctor has set up quite a farm. Not bad. What the hell? Oh well. Look at that. He can do more than just whatever the hell it is he does. Be weird and okay. Impressive. Truly impressive. Oh, the goddamn frogs. What the hell? Oh, God. Are you imprisoned? Here resides blue and this is absurd. What the hell? Right. Now where? And that is the question. Is the good doctor? Where are you, Dave? That might be it. Look at that. He even built a little house. Actually, I'm going to go over there really quick. That should get rid of the stupid. There we go. Don't move at me. Where is... there.
What is happening here? Why will you not work? Oh, wait, now it needs to be a recipe. I need more source. Wah!
Hello, Dave.
Not Dave.
You're
Hi!
going to have to explain that.
Twins. That's
That's
who
funny.
are you?
I'm Ronja. You know, that's
Nice to meet
funny.
you.
Did you and your twin get socialized on different planets then? I've never met twins who did not have the same accent.
Yeah, different, you know how, we're Earth, and the different space stations and stuff, just different ones of those. Parents pulled a parent trap on us.
I do not know
Anyway,
what the parental trap is, but yeah, let's just say
Oh,
that
it's
I
a
believe
really,
you
it's
for
a
now.
really old movie from, like the 2000s.
It's
it's
a movie
had
that
a
pre-descent
Lindsay
of
Lohan.
a hollow.
The what?
A hollow. It is the more primitive form of a hollow.
Oh, yeah. It was like the one of the earlier versions of
I see.
Earth Hollows.
I see. Anyway, well, I guess that.
Looking for something in particular, or just stopping by?
Well, I came to your brother for trade.
Oh, trade for what?
Whatever he has that is valuable for me. I have something that might help with all of his, he's a doctor, whatever.
Yeah, he totally is. Well, what was it? Maybe I could trade on his behalf.
I have these.
Oh, I think he already has like 3 of those.
Yeah, well, considering people are bound to get hurt, can't always hurt to have more.
That's true.
So,
I don't know
what's
how much
your
you'd pay for
name
it, though.
then, if it's not a Dave?
Oh, yeah. I'm Skye. Nice
Skye.
to meet you. What's your name?
I already said it's Ronja.
Ronja. You're so right. I'm so sorry. I don't know where my brain is at today.
Well, hopefully it is somewhere inside your skull, otherwise you would have problems.
Yeah. No, that one was kind of a given. But it's always good to check, I guess.
I am not going to question how the hell someone would check whether or not their brain is still in their skull.
Well, there's I don't know.
That was rhetorical. It was rhetorical.
Okay.
So if you're not a doctor, then what are you usually up to? Everyone has something.
I just haven't been around very much, actually. I think I took the fall a little bit harder than him, so I just haven't been up to as much.
Strange, he never really mentioned you.
Oh, that is weird. He's just kind of private about his life, though. It's a him thing.
Really? That is
yeah.
not the impression I got, but alright.
Well, you know.
I really don't know, but... So, you say you took the full hot. Did you take it so hot that you don't remember what you did and what your thing was before you crashed here? I mean, I'm going to assume that Daiv didn't become a doctor post-crash, so I'm assuming you had something going for you before you crashed here and were knocked out.
I don't really know.
What, did you lose your memory?
Yeah, a bit.
Well, that is a bummer. I mean, for all you could know, you could be wanted by several different star systems, and you wouldn't even know until someone came.
Yeah, but I'm not,
to
right?
you.
That's not... You're not a bounty hunter, right?
I am whatever brings me money at the moment.
Cool. Cool.
But if it comforts you, I don't think that there is a bounty on your head. Otherwise, those other amateurs probably would have gone to try and claim it.
I haven't really run into them yet, so...
Yeah, well, their advertisement pitch was, if you run into someone and you don't like them and you want them gone, you can talk to us, which is the single worst pitch for a bounty hunter I have heard in a long time.
Yeah, did it lack flair?
It lacked everything other than awkwardness.
That's fantastic. Yeah, no, that tracks.
So anyway, trait then?
Sure. You said you had 1 brewing stand. We already have 3. Don't mind this.
Do I arcane pot test? I'm not going to. What the hell is that?
Oh, this is Patricia. Say hi, Patricia.
You know what? Yes, this might as well happen.
I don't know. Ronnie, what are your pronouns?
Fiery, mostly.
I don't think Ree likes you very much, Patricia.
I don't dislike Patricia. I am just not. I have
It's okay.
seen
Patricia
weirder
tried to
shit.
kill me first time that I met her, so it takes a little warming up too. But you know, now we're buddies, so
That might as well happen. That sounds about right.
Are you also a bit miffed about the being on an alien planet type thing?
Let's see, am I miffed about being on a planet that I cannot leave that has rain and water and is entirely too wet and will kill me in 10 seconds flat? No! Totally not.
Oh, you're allergic to water?
I am not allergic. My species is not made to withstand water.
So allergic, but like really intensely allergic.
It is not an allergy. There usually is some sort of medication you can take for an allergy.
Oh. Okay, that's fair. That kind of sucks though, actually, because, you know, the whole, there's lots of water around.
Yes. Sucks
so
even
where
more
are
when
you?
you crash into the water.
Oh. Yeah, that would suck. Sorry.
It's not like you caused a weird gravity spike.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not, like, saying it's my fault or anything. I'm just, like, you know, sucks for you type.
I see.
Dang.
Right, so... Curious.
Trade,
I feel
yeah,
like I've
that's
seen your brother use the exact same cane. You seem to have the same taste in mobility aids.
I borrowed it from him for today.
Ah,
He was gone for a nap, and I was like, hey, can I use this? So,
right. Of course.
yeah. I think he's taking the concussion pretty hard.
Aren't you supposed to, like, not sleep when you are concussed?
I don't think he listened to that.
Well, then he's a shoddy doctor to himself anyway. Right,
Yeah,
so...
maybe.
Right.
Have you ever heard of Source?
Vaguely.
Well, I have Source gems. We could trade for those if you wanted.
That feels acceptable.
Or we could go...
I also
Okay,
throw
how
in
many?
these, since I believe those are
Puffer
used in,
fish.
like, health. They are used in some sort of potion. I'm not sure which ones.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
It would be more your brother's domain, I believe.
Yeah, here, come on. This way, we'll go over to his practice, and I can just steal from him.
Steal?
I mean, what?
Listen, I'm not about to judge you for stealing. Might be a pretty...
I mean, he's my brother, right? So it's not technically stealing.
I was more going
Certainly.
to say, like, stealing, liberating of objects. That's kind of wishy-washy.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah, which part of I do whatever is giving me money at the moment was not clear.
Well, so I got these. How many do you feel like for a brewing stand?
How many do you have?
5.
You know what? I'm going to be generous. Let's go for 3. For both the brewing stand and the fish. Sound
All right
fair?
then. Yeah, sounds more than fair.
There we go.
Cool.
Pleasure to
doing
do.
business with you.
Yes, the pleasure is all mine. Skye.
So, if you've been around and like out and about and doing stuff more, I'm assuming, right?
You could say that.
Where do you guys go to get like have some fun?
Are you talking about my homeworld? Are you talking about this place?
Here, please God, here.
There literally is nothing. The most you're going to find, other than the ships that crashed here, are some, frankly, very primitive villages.
So, like, you mentioned you do whatever pays the bills, right?
Well, and whatever is fun.
You wouldn't have happened to bring anything with you, right?
Bring what? You're going
Substances.
to have to be more specific. Well, not on my person. I have some wine at home, but...
Fuck yes. Multiple people with wine, this is great.
Yes, I believe the one of the purple ones is into brewery as well.
Yeah, Everin.
Winery, brewery, whatever.
Yeah. No, that looked... I'm just gonna make it day.
Noted.
Yeah, don't ask. I don't know what all this is about. Anyway, so you've got booze.
Yes, well, it's not exactly aged, but it's enough to have fun. Goodness knows we need it on this stupid planet. It's not like there's much to do here.
Yeah, right? It's like you just wake up and you farm and then you're done.
Well, you can also
kinda boring.
mine or
Well, yeah, I did that too. But, like, you know.
kill men that show up at your front door uninvited.
That happens often.
Well, it happened to me just this morning, so I don't
Oh.
know about often, but it happens.
Well, that's upsetting.
The killing
I
or them showing up?
Oh, the showing up, not the killing. That's fine.
I was about to say, you would have a very odd moral code if you are fine with stealing and substance abuse, but you're not fine with a little killing.
First of all, it's not. Oh, okay. Ha.
What?
It just sparked up in flames a little bit there. That was scary for a second.
Oh,
just threw
big
me off guard.
surprise, a Levantine being made of fire bursts into fire.
I did. Sorry, didn't mean to be
I'm joking.
rude. I guess. Okay.
I'm joking.
Okay.
It's just a little something we can do.
Well, that's cool. Oh, okay. Just give me a warning about it, so I don't like burst
Why
into
would I
flames.
do that? It is so much more fun if I don't.
Mm-hmm. I see how it is. I'm just gonna say right now, if my clothes burn up into flames because of you, you owe me new ones.
Do I look like someone who can sew?
Well, I guess you gotta figure it out.
But yeah, I doubt it.
Unless you don't want me to be clothed, in which case, you know, that's a different story.
I feel like that is a you problem, not a me problem.
Oh? I can make it a you problem.
If that was supposed to be flirting, that is almost as bad as the pitch of the bounty hunters. Just so we're clear.
It's just teasing. Okay, let's see. Okay. Hands are free. Now, where are you? Where's your shit? And how much do you charge?
That is a good question.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to turn myself around. I am... You know, your brother's place is built in a very odd spot.
Yeah, I didn't pick it.
No way, you didn't pick where your goddamn ship crashed.
That is true.
Oh, no, there is water. That is not good. I was about to jump down there. That would have been just a tad deadly.
Just a little. Just gonna wait. Okay, or not.
Let me see. Where am I? I am somewhere vaguely in this direction.
Thanks for the morning swim.
Listen, you could have used a boat. It is not my fault you chose to get wet like that. God damn it. If we were back on 11.4, I could actually fly.
Oh?
Yeah, for
Is the
some
gravity
reason,
different there or something?
I'm not sure. There's just something different about that. But to be fair, I've not been in a while.
Hmm.
In like a good amount of years, certainly.
Oh, cow. Fair. I don't know how long it's been since I've been to Earth.
Yeah, well, if a world tears apart part of your planetary system,
Oh, yeah, that would suck. This is nice.
it is functional.
Ooh. I didn't know they looked like this when you strip them.
So what suits your fancy?
What have you got?
Well, we have cherry,
Mhm.
which
That one's
gives
like
you-
invisible, right?
Yes. Then we have just a basic red. Doesn't really do anything. Softens your fall a little bit.
Mhm.
And then we have something called noir wine, which gives you just a
What's
little
that?
bit of a boost.
Ooh.
Pick your poison. Also, please hold. I have to get something.
Let's do the falling one. I feel like bouncing maybe wouldn't be the best idea.
Right. So the basic red.
Yeah. I'll be basic today.
So how much is this wine worth to you?
I mean, I've got some amethyst.
Well, I've found several geodes myself. I don't know. I can get amethyst. And I don't think it is very valuable other than if you wanted to trade with the small frogs.
It also works for source.
Oh, that is fair.
I could teach you a thing or two about setting up source.
More of a weapons person myself.
I feel like it can be used for weapons. I just don't remember.
I also have something called Clark wine, but that is just a double jump, which I feel like that is... If you're not gonna use the base jump, probably not the double jump. You know what? Yeah, I feel generous. Let's go do amethyst.
All right.
How much you got?
49.
How much is this wine worth to you? How much are you willing to pay for a little bit of a good time?
30?
That seems fair.
Wonderful. All right.
There you go.
And there you go.
Always a pleasure doing business.
You want to share it with me?
No, you're good. I think I'll indulge in some of the other stuff later.
All right then.
You know, it is curious. It is very interesting seeing someone who looks so much alike someone else I know, and yet different way of holding their body, different voice, different accent. It is funny.
Like I told you, twins.
Yeah, well, there is another set of twins here, and the only thing that applies is one of them is attractive to me and the other one is a guy. Well, and the size of their wings, I believe, is different. And one of them is a lot more sociable, just objectively speaking.
Fair enough. I haven't really met Everett's sister, so...
I also only briefly met her. But just objectively, one of them is sociable, and it is not Vesper.
I see.
Not that I judge.
Well, that's good. Judging people based on sociability wouldn't.
Because they're, despite being very different personalities, they speak alike. They move alike.
See, this is just because you don't understand Parent Trap.
Well then, enlighten me, Skye. What is
Okay,
it that I do not get about this trap of parentals?
okay, the Parent Trap. It's the movie, right? So you gotta refer to it as, you know, the title, not the trap of parentals.
Yes,
And
but consider it is funnier this way.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so in the Parent Trap, it follows these like two twins, and they like their parents like divorced and split them up, and one of them gets raised in like England, and the other one gets raised in like America. I think it's like Texas or something, and then they like meet at a summer camp or something, and they're like, oh, we got to get our parents back together, and then they pretend to be each other and get their parents back together.
And that is something you and your brother did?
Yeah, I don't know, I don't have a whole lot of memories about my life before, but I do know, but like the whole like not growing up together is a thing that definitely happened.
Aha. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the kind of hollow your planet considered entertainment, huh?
Yeah, it was like way back then. It was a Disney Channel thing, like just for kids.
At this point, you're making up words.
No. How unfamiliar are you with Earth culture?
Listen, Levanfor is not exactly in the way of Earth.
Yeah. Oh. No, I see that. You dropped these.
Oh, did I really? Not them. This goddamn plant is multiplying and there is a spider.
What does it... Are you harvesting it, or...?
Not really, I'm just trying to prune it.
Mm.
I was using it as a light source.
Oh.
Bioluminescence seems to be a thing here.
Yeah, with all the, like, glowing mushrooms and stuff. Here's some string. Oh, okay. Here you go. It was your spider, so.
Well, it hardly was my spider.
Well, it was coming for you, so, you know.
Yeah, well. For some reason I thought the jumping effect on this was going to be strong. This does barely anything.
Maybe it needs to be aged more.
Eh.
Ooh, that's fun. Wait. Do you have any spare blocks?
I do have some.
I have such a thought.
If you're going to do something suicidal, I ask you do it at appropriate distance from my property. I do not wish to be...
It's not suicidal. I have stuff
Here,
falling.
there are blocks. There you go.
Excellent. Oh, that's not many. Okay.
Oh, for God's sake, I thought I killed all of you. Peace off. Great, now I have two of these stupid banners and I am settled back with that. This planet is awful.
Yeah?
There are men assaulting my home. There is... Everything is wet. And every few hours it starts raining.
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
Evil.
It's weird how everything is like almost Earth.
Well, I wouldn't know. Is it very similar to that Earth?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, Earth as in Terra, right?
Yeah, Terra.
I didn't use it.
Sorry for you guys. Talk about Terra instead of Earth.
No, you're all good. I just got confused. I do know a little bit about Terra. Not that I ever was.
You're
You
on
need to
Terra.
stop
I mean,
reproducing. I can't even eat you quick enough. Don't scream at you.
You could just stop throwing the eggs and cook them.
Yes, but consider. If I throw the eggs, I have more small ones and then I can do this.
Yeah, but you were saying you're having a hard time killing them fast enough, so...
It is mostly that they're annoyingly loud.
You could just turn them down.
Nah.
Okay.
Listen, I am a multifaceted being with weird habits.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing that. There's your blocks. Oh, there's more.
Oh, for heaven's sake, where are you? I already killed you. Stop coming back. Oh, there are more over there. I am going to go crazy.
Where?
All the way over
Where
there.
they?
Why
Okay, well, how
will
about
you
we get them
not
before
leave
they-
me alone? Leave me and my house alone.
Anywhere else?
They don't even drop anything useful. There's not even any point in killing them.
I mean, they drop banners. Kind of.
Let me rephrase. They don't drop anything that is remotely useful.
Fair enough.
Goodness.
Well, for someone who doesn't like the water, you sure did settle quite close to it.
Well, it is because my sheep is right there. And I happen to be emotionally attached to it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Fair enough. Did she have a name?
Urobos.
Ouroboros. Like the snake that eats itself?
Yes. Symbolism for a never-ending circle. Which is ironic considering she is technically a warship. Which is also a never-ending cycle.
Yeah. That fits. It's fucked how people in power just take and take and take and never suffer the consequences for it.
True. But sometimes you can get back at them for it. With a little good-hearted thievery.
Yeah, or graffiti. That one's fun.
Graffiti.
Or
huh?
arson.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure my entire existence is arson, so...
Yeah,
More or
yeah.
less.
It looks like it.
The
You said
joy
you're
of
made of fire?
Not quite, but... We produce
Yeah.
it.
That you do.
I take it your species is not typically made of fire, then.
No, we're allergic to fire.
You're allergic to fire. You mean the way I am... quote,
Allergic
unquote,
to water?
Allergic to water.
Yep, exactly.
Damn, couldn't be me. Imagine not being able to take a relaxing bath in a pool of lava. That is just sad.
Imagine not being able to take a relaxing bath.
I am able to take a relaxing bath in lava.
Well, I'm able to take a relaxing bath in water, so...
And why would I want to do that?
Because it's refreshing. Why would I want to take a bath in lava?
Because it's refreshing. Baby, we're talking circles here. You're talking to somebody made of fire.
And you're talking to someone who's made of water.
You don't look very watery.
Yeah, that's because it's kind of filtered through a bunch of tissues. Bloodstreams, I don't know.
Ah. So you're
You
not
don't look very made of
completely-
fire, so...
I don't look like I'm made of fire? Really? Are you sure about that?
God damn it.
You walked yourself right into that one, you have to admit.
Yeah, maybe a little.
More than just a little. So, your brother is what? Sleeping right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird. So you have a separate house from your brother?
No,
And
we
that
just have
was
a
about-
downstairs. We just
Ah,
have a downstairs.
I
He's sleeping
see.
in.
I see.
Yep.
And all you're tinkering with those weird apparatuses doesn't wake up your brother? That is
Oh, they're
right.
quiet. They're pretty quiet. And he's a deep
and
sleeper.
There we go. I was about to say, well, and I thought you were going to tell me some sort of bullshit about them being a deep sleeper.
It's not bullshit if it's true.
Anybody who is able to sleep deeply is just feels reckless to me, you know?
Yeah, I would agree. Nevertheless, he is.
So I take it you're not a deep sleeper.
No. I don't think so anyway.
What is that supposed to mean? You don't think so?
Well, I
Don't you
don't
know
see
your
myself
own
sleeping.
sleep? Yes,
Well, we've
but
talked about
you-
that. I forgot. I don't remember a lot.
I'm going to assume
just
you
have big
have
senses about
slept since you crashed here. Are you telling me you didn't notice if you were waking up in between?
It's an odd question.
Honestly, I think the other thing is to just... I think personally it is odder when someone shows up that hasn't been mentioned before. But who am I to judge, really?
Okay. So then what do you think?
What do you mean, what I think?
If it's odd that I've showed up here, then what's a better explanation for me than being a twin?
I don't know. I just think it is weird to bring up some sort of primitive hollow as an explanation, but hey, what do I know?
It's just a story that explains what happened. You don't have stories on Levante?
Level
Lante?
4.
11-4.
Level...
You don't have stories over there?
We do. Except
Then?
most of our stories are more accurately to be described as propaganda.
Yeah, we had that in Terra a lot too.
You can't keep saying Earth. Now I know what you mean when you say it.
No, I have to be proper and speak. What if you forget?
I am not the one who hit their head hard enough to no longer know how they sleep. That is not me.
You have a fair point
That's
there.
all you, babe.
Babe.
Don't flatter yourself. It is the closest translation to the word that we use in Levante.
What word do you use on Levante?
Abrema.
Which means?
It is essentially just a way to refer to people you are interacting with. if you're having a little bit of fun, and that can be fun on the intellectual level, that can be fun on the physical level, that can be fun on the level of, god damn it, there is a bondman, please excuse me. That is not the end of my sentence, mind you. But I need these because they give my plants food. Die, please. Thank you.
There's another one.
Yes, there is a few, but I just needed the 3 bones that this one
Alright.
dropped for me. And god damn it, now I have
You
an
can
arrow
also-
in my chest. That is just annoying.
Too bad I'm not my brother.
I am fine. I was a field medic. I mean, obviously, patient discretion was advised, but...
But what? You didn't like torture people, did you?
That is not what I said I was a field medic. If I had meant
Well, and then you start
torture-
talking about patient discretion, and I'm like, what?
Well, at war, they don't exactly train the cannon fodder
Oh.
in being doctors. It is more a thing that is pushed on you because the actual doctors and medics have been killed. So, you know, I
So, like, hands-on
can
training.
be a medic, but patient discretion is advised. I'm not going to be gentle, and I don't exactly have good bedside manner either. It's not why I joined the army, and that is not why they kept me.
Fair enough. So you've been through like a war. How old are you?
Now you're making me do math. How dare you? Now I need to adjust my Levantai years too.
To common, yeah. Sorry.
No, give me a moment. Let me... How about you tell me more about Earth Hollows as I try to do math?
Oh, what's another good Earth Hollow I could talk to you about? Oh, there's one called Greece that was really interesting. It was like,
Greece.
I think it was 1950s.
1950s.
Yeah, Greece.
Goodness gracious, how old is your planet? Or how young? Like, just 1,950 years? That is not very old for a planet.
Well, well, no, it's not. It doesn't start from the beginning of the planet. It kind of starts from the beginning of this guy called Jesus that people think was alive for a while and then died.
What?
And they made like a religion about it, and then people like followed that for a really long time, and then the Roman Empire, which was like one of the first like really big empires. I mean, there were a couple of other really big empires, but you know, they kind of took it over, and then they were like, oh, this is great, let's spread this. So propaganda, and then somehow that just kind of spread to every culture, a lot of cultures, not every, but like a lot of them, and then that just kind of spread other places, and so
Are you
they started
okay?
counting
What
from
is
his death.
Listen, we
Maybe it
have
was his
some
birth.
weird traditions and religions on Levon 4, but goodness gracious.
Yeah, it was
Your
it was
entire
a thing.
planetary time system is just dependent on one religion? That is weird.
Yeah. I mean, I don't make the rules.
Not it.
What's your planetary system's thing based on?
Well, the time system is just based on, at some point, some idiot decided that 392 days, which are 24 hours total, is a year. Which I've done in math, and apparently, if my math in my brain is correct, then I am in Terra years 27.9 years.
Okay.
Apparently. Give or take.
Fair enough.
I've lost a bit of track.
That's fair.
again, war and things will do that to you.
Yep, they will.
But you know, there is fun in war in a way. You certainly get to shoot people, which is fun, generally speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, that can be fun.
You sound doubtful. And here I thought we had a similar idea of fun.
No, like, yeah, shooting people can be fun, but like, for the right reasons.
I mean, obviously for the right reasons, but you know, if there is some sort of a rich kid that made general just because they were born in money and they boss around the people who actually do stuff, then, you know, shooting them is a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I think that tends to get you kicked out of the army pretty quick.
Kicked out of the army, stolen his sheep, killed some commanding officers. It's not like they didn't kill people first. So,
fair enough.
Skye. I know now about you. I feel like I told you a lot about me, and I know about you that you have a twin who was socialized in a different part of your planet, leaving you speaking completely differently.
Do you have shears?
I do not.
Do you want to make some?
No, I'm saving my iron for something else.
Okay, well, I was just saying, because if you'd like shear these,
no, I know.
They might stop. Okay.
I am aware.
Alright then. Sorry, continue. I didn't mean to.
So, I know about you that you have a twin, apparently, even though he was apparently socialized in a completely different language and accent.
I'm telling you, it's not that weird. We've had stuff about this since it's a Terra thing.
It is a Terra thing, apparently, because that would never happen on Levan. Any of the Levants. So I know that about you, right? And I know that you're not a doctor. I know that you don't know what you do, but you do like to have fun and commit arson, and you like graffiti, and you like certain substances. So that is what I know about you. But I feel like I don't know a lot about you, and I don't think that that is fair. You know, since
what do you
we've
mean?
been
I think we
today.
know pretty even about each other. You know, I told you about Earth. You told me about Levante.
I talked about the war. I talked about some forms of fun I had. I don't know. I still feel like I don't know as much about you as you know about me.
Well, that makes for you and me both.
Fine, I guess we're even for now then.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I do hope that Daiv can make use of the fish and the brewing stand.
Yeah, me too.
Well, when he has slept off his whatever, maybe there can be a... Actually, no, he doesn't feel like someone who would drink. He seems too boring for that. I was going to suggest a little bit of a festivity together, but you know.
Yeah, I don't think he's a big drinker.
Boring. Unless, of course, there is something else that suits his fancy, I suppose. Not that there is anything wrong with not partaking either.
Yeah, it just makes you kind of a boring guy.
I mean, not necessarily. There's plenty of ways of being interesting without having to partake in substance.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But he's my brother, so...
So you are legally obligated to bully him. I get it.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I'll just swing around yours. You and your brothers. Something else then. Maybe I'll catch him then.
Yeah, next time you want to have fun, come stop by.
Yes, sure. And
I'll
if
see
you
you
want
around.
more
Okay.
wine, well, you now know 2 people that can provide it.
Yeah, I do. I'll see you around, Ronja.
Yes, you too, and tell your brother hi to me, from me.
Sure thing. Bye.
Bye. There is something really strange about that so-called twin. But who am I to judge? Who am I to judge indeed? Got some amount of stuff from it, that's not too bad. Right. Now I have this, and earlier when fishing I also... Oh, God damn it. Come on, Ronnie, you can fight the war, but you can climb a ladder. That is ridiculous. So I found these. Let's see what I can do with you.